Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Śrī Prabhupada. Welcome to this morning's class from Caitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila, chapter 7 and text 15. We're very fortunate this morning to have His Grace Visnugada Prabhu from ISKCON Philadelphia to give a class. Hare Krishna Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Śrī Prabhupada.
Thank you, Parikshit
Hare
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
I thought today, in one of the upcoming purports, I think the second or third purport from here, there's the prayer Gauranga Bolite Habe, and there's a translation. So we could either look at it, put it in the, from the Caitanya Charitamrita or Krishna KK songs, as you like.
Yeah. I'm pulling it from okay. Do you want it now or?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Well, it's there in the purport, so might as well chant it now, I thought.
Yeah. Okay.
Although Srila Prabhupada usually chanted Paramakaruna. Some say this is Srila Prabhupada's favorite prayer. Of course, there are many prayers that devotees say are Prabhupada's favorite prayer, but this is one of them. Just like some devotees say that the what is that? Gardenia is Srila Prabhupada's favorite flower. Others say, oh, the rose is Srila Prabhupada's favorite flower. Can you have two favorites?
Yeah, it's possible.
Okay, all right. Anyway, here we have Gauranga Bolite Habe. And you're welcome. You're welcome to unmute yourself if you're in a position to do so. Because I know that the chant and response is a little off because of the timing, but we get so few opportunities to have call and response kirtan that I take advantage of. I like to take advantage of as many instances as we can. Okay, if you like. Gauranga Bolite Habe Pulaka Shari. Okay.
Gauranga Bolite Habe Pulaka Shari.
Yes. Hari Hari Bolite Nayane Babini.
Hari Hari Bolite Nayane Babini.
Arkabe Nityānanda Koruna Kabe
Arkabe Nityānanda Koruna Haibe
Sangsar Bhashanamo Tabe Tucha Habe
Sansara Vasanamo Tabe Tucha Habe
Vishaya Chadiya Kabe Shuddha Habe Mana
Vishaya Chariya Kabe Shuddha Habe Mana
Kabe Hamoherabo Śrī Vrindavan.
Kavyama Haivo Śrī Vrindavan
Rupa Raghunath Pade Hoibe Akuti
Rupa Raghunatha Pade Hoibe Akuti
Kabe Hama Bhujabase Jugala Piriti
Kavyama Bhujabose Yugala Piriti
Rupa Raghunath Pade Rahumoras
Rupa Raghunatha Pade Rahumora
Prarthana Koraye Sada Narottam Das
Pratana Kuri Sada Narottamada
Gauranga Bolite Habe Pulaka Sharir
Oranga Bolite Habe Urakashari
Gauranga Bolite Habe Pulaka Sharir
Oranga Bolite Habe Urakashari
Hari Hari Bolite Nayane Babene
Hari Hari Bolite na Yani Babeli
Hari Hari Bolite Nayane Babene
Hari Hari Bolite na Nayane Babeli
Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Paribrajaka Ashtottara Rishi Srimad Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai
Jai
Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda Ki Jai
Jai
ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai
Jai
Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai
Jai
Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityānanda Śrī Advaita Gadādhara Śrī Gaur Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai
Jai
Śrī Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shyam Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan Ki Jai
Jai
Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai
Jai
Navadvip Mayapur Dham Ki Jai
Jai
Ganga Mai Ki Jai
Jai
Jamuna Mai Ki Jai
Jai
Tulsi Devi Ki Jai
Jai
Bhakti Devi Ki Jai
Jai
Shamaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai
Jai
Gaur Premanande.
Hari Hari Bo
All glories to the assembled devotees.
Hare Krishna
All glories to the assembled devotees.
Hare Krishna
All glories to the assembled devotees.
Hare Krishna
All glory to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga Hari Hari Bol. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutare Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namane. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirbhishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila, 7th chapter, 15th verse. And does anybody remember the title of this chapter?
Lord Chaitanya and 5 features.
Thank you. Yes. Lord Chaitanya and 5 features. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Etin tattva sarvārādhya kari māni caturtha je bhakta-tattva ārādhaka jāni. Etin tattva sarvārādhya kari māni caturtha je bhakta-tattva ārādhaka jāni. Etin tattva sarvārādhya kari māni caturtha je bhakta-tattva ārādhaka jāni. Would like to chant. You're welcome to chant.
Etina tattva sarvārādhya kari māni caturtha je bhakta-tattva ārādhaka jāni. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Eitina tattva sarvārādhya kari māni caturtha ye bhakta-tattva ārādhaka jāni. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So technically, in Bengali, because this is Bengali, some of the slokas in the Caitanya Charitamrita are in Sanskrit, but this is in Bengali. Most of it's in Bengali. And technically, in Bengali, the Y's, like you have the Ye bhakta-tattva, the Y's in Bengali are pronounced J. Caturtha J bhakta-tattva. Technically. Although, of course, you can say Bengali with a Sanskrit or Hindi accent, and that's Ye. But anyway, Etin tattva, all three of these truths, sarvārādhya, worshipable by all living entities, kari māni, accepting such, caturtha, fourth, J, who is bhakta-tattva, in the category of devotees, ārādhaka, worshipper, jāni, I understand. Translation. The three predominators, Caitanya Mahāprabhu, Nityānanda Prabhu, and Advaita Prabhu, are worshipable by all living entities. And the fourth principle, Śrī Gadādhara Prabhu, is to be understood as their worshipper. Purport. In his Anubhashya, Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, describing the truth about the Pancha-tattva, explains that we should understand that Lord Sri Caitanya Mahāprabhu is the supreme predominator, and that Nityānanda Prabhu and Advaita Prabhu are his subordinates, but are also predominators. Lord Sri Caitanya Mahāprabhu is the Supreme Lord, and Nityānanda Prabhu and Advaita Prabhu are manifestations of the Supreme Lord. All of them are Visnugada, the Supreme, and are therefore worshipable by the living entities. Although the other two tattvas within the category of Pancha-tattva, namely Shakti-tattva and Jiva-tattva, represented by Gadādhara and Srivas, are worshippers of the Supreme Lord, they are in the same category because they eternally engage in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Śrī Gurave Namah. Śrī Caitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Shayam Rupa Gada Maham Dadati Shapandantikam. Jai Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityānanda Shri Advaita Gadādhara Śrīvāsadi Gaur Bhakta-vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Before speaking, I would like to get permission and blessings from all devotees, and particularly those devotees who may be senior by age and or advancement in Krishna consciousness.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Krishna. So some interesting things in the purport. First, we should know that many of the purports that Srila Prabhupada gives to us, there are translations of the commentaries by his Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's commentary on Caitanya Charitamrita is called Anubhashya. Anybody have any idea about why it may be called Anubhashya? Bhashya means commentary, and Anu, anybody know the word Anu?
Small, very small.
Anoraniyam, close, but not quite. Good guess, though.
Anu means to follow, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yes. Just like there's the verse, Etan nirvidyamananam ichchatam akatobayam yoginam nripa nirnitam harirnam anukirtanam. Kirtanam, we know, kirtan is chanting the holy names, and anukirtanam means chanting the holy names following the great authorities. So that verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, it describes how the doubtless and fearless way of success for all, whatever one's position, is to chant the holy names of the Lord, but not anyway, but how? Following the great authorities. Of course, one can chant anyway, but to follow the great authorities, that's the doubtless and fearless way of success. Anukirtanam. One can do anyway, but you're not assured of success if you do it anyway according to your ideas. So following, Anubhashya, means the Bhashya following. Who is he following? Dear Krishna Prabhu. Or maybe he's at work, I think. Anubhashya is following in the line of his spiritual masters.
Yeah, predecessor acharyas.
Yeah, and specifically, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he also commented on Caitanya Charitamrita, and his bhashya was called Amrita Pravaha Bhashya, to give you the nectar of this commentary. So, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur emphasizing, there's often criticisms, especially from the Christian or the those from the Abrahamic faith community, that the Hindus are worshiping many gods. And here we have many gods: Caitanya Mahāprabhu, Nityānanda Prabhu, and Advaita Prabhu. They're all worshipable by the living entities. So how is that? On one hand, we say that Krishna consciousness, Ekal Ishwar Krishna Asha Britya, there's one supreme Lord and everybody else is servant. Even though everyone else is servant, that servants are also in different categories. And that's the Pancha-tattva. The Vishnu-tattva categories, those who are still on the level of the Supreme Lord, they're also servants of Lord Chaitanya. Advaita Acharya used to chant during the Rath Yatra, Chaitanya Das Muni, Chaitanya Das, Chaitanya Das Muni, Tanra Dashera Das. I am the servant of Lord Chaitanya, the servant of Lord Chaitanya. I'm the servant of Lord Chaitanya and the servant of his servants. So yes, there is one ultimate Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he has many manifestations, both in the Vishnu Tattva category, the Shakti Tattva category, and the Jiva Tattva category. And they're all exemplified in this Pancha Tattva, in their pure form. And therefore, at the end of this purport, if we can go up just a little bit, because they're worshippers of the Supreme Lord, this is talking about the Shakti Tattva, which is Gadādhara Pandit, and Jiva Tattva, which is Srivas Thakur. They're in the same category because they eternally engage in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. So what do you take to be the same category? What category is that? The Shakti Tattva and Jiva Tattva. Is Parikshit Prabhu there?
Yeah, I'm here. I was just thinking.
Okay.
It says all of them are Vishnu Tattva and worshipable, but although the other two Tattvas within the category of Pancha Tattva, Shakti Tattva and Jiva Tattva, are represented by Gadādhara and Srivas. Who is Srivas in this? That's, I forget. Is it Narada Muni?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's where they answer. Well, in one sense, yeah. Gadādhara is Srimati Radharani, so he's Ladini Shakti, so he can be Shakti Tattva. And Srivas, Narada Muni. Well, Narada Muni is Shakti Vish, but I don't know if you can put him in Jiva Tattva. I'm not quite sure, but that's what it says here.
Although the other two tattvas within the category of Pancha Tattva, namely Shakti Tattva and Jiva Tattva. So Gadādhara and Srivas are representative of Shakti Tattva and Jiva Tattva. They're not Vishnu Tattva. They're not Vishnu Tattva.
That's true.
But they're on the category, within the category of, they're all in the same category. What is that category? The category is Pancha Tattva. They're all in the category of Pancha Tattva. So Pancha Tattva includes all those different devotees and expansions. Caitanya Mahāprabhu, his first expansion, Nityānanda Prabhu, his incarnation, Advaita Prabhu, his energy, Shakti, that's Gadādhara Prabhu, and Jiva Tattva, that's Srivas, all. So that's the full picture of God. God is everywhere, and God is everything, but in these specific categories, he's especially worshipable by the devotees of God. His himself personally, his expansion, his incarnation, his Shakti, and his pure devotee. So this is, so that's the answer to the Christians. Yes, we're worshiping all, not only God himself, but his expansions and energies and incarnations and as pure devotees as well, all in the Pancha Tattva form, Pancha Tattva categories. That makes sense?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, especially when the Shiva situation, as a Jiva Tattva, his pure devotee, the spiritual master is worshipable, so that's in that category. Yeah.
And if you remember in the beginning of Caitanya Charitamrita, Vande Gurun Isha Bhaktan Ishan Isha Avatarakan Tat Prakasham Chitak Shakti Caitanya Sangyakam. The same idea was presented with a different, in different verse form. Krishnadas Kaviraj says pretty much the same thing. But Vande Gurun, I offer my respectful obeisances to my all gurus. Isha Bhaktan, he's Isha, the Supreme Lord, in the form of his Bhakta. That's Lord Chaitanya. Isha Bhaktan, that's Nityānanda. Isha Bhaktan, Ishan, the Supreme Lord himself, Isha Avatarakan, that's Advaita Prabhu. Tat Prakasham, his energy, Tat Shakti, no, Tat Prakasham, his manifestation, Tat Shakti. So all those things. All right, next verse.
No. This is necessarily okay.
Shrivasadi Jata Koti Koti Bhakta Gan Shudha Bhakta Tattva Madhye Tan Shabar Ganan. Translation. There are innumerable pure devotees of the Lord, headed by Srivas Thakur, who are known as unalloyed devotees. Gadādhara Panditadi Prabhu Shakti Avatar Antaranga Bhakta Kari Ganan Jahar. The devotees headed by Gadādhar Pandit are considered incarnations of the internal potency of the Lord. They are confidential devotees engaged in the service of the Lord. Purport. In connection with verses 16 and 17, Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur explains in his Anubhashya, there are specific symptoms by which the internal devotees and the unalloyed or pure devotees are to be known. All unalloyed devotees are Shakti Tattvas or potencies of the Lord. Some of them are situated in conjugal love and others in parental affection, fraternity, and servitude. Certainly, all of them are devotees, but by making a comparative study, it is found that the devotees or potencies who are engaged in conjugal love are better situated than the others. Thus, devotees who are in a relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead in conjugal love are considered to be the most confidential devotees of Lord Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu. Those who engage in the service of Lord Nityānanda Prabhu and Lord Advaita Prabhu generally have relationships of parental love, fraternity, servitude, and neutrality. When such devotees develop great attachment for Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu, they too become situated within the intimate circle of devotees in conjugal love. This gradual development of devotional service is described by Sri Narottam Das Thakur as follows. Gauranga bolite habe, pulaka sharir, hori hori bolite, nayane babe nir. Ar kobe nitai chand. Yeah. See here it says, this is different. Ar kobe nitai chand, no chander. That's interesting. Ar kobe nitai chand, karuna khoribe, and this kariba hoibe, in the other one it was hoibe. Oh, by the way, just a little comment. The KrishnaKirtanSongs.org is not necessarily bona fide. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, it's not maintained by ISKCON or many. I'm not saying that what is there is not bona fide, but there's some mistakes in there, and you can't bank on it 100%.
Oh.
So there's some changes, some mistakes in there. So just an interesting point.
Should we go then to ISKCON Desire Tree to easily find out?
Well, the ISKCON Desire Tree also has mistakes in it. You got to be a little careful. I I've gone to different temples, and they often in the temples they when they're chanting, if they chant Guru Vandana, Sri Guru Charana Padma, they put on the the words given from the KK Songs website, but there's a mistake or two mistakes in that thing, and everybody are now, many places around the world, they're chanting those mistakes because they rely on KK Songs, which is different. If you can compare the words in KK Songs to the words in the Vaishnava songbook, you'll find changes. Isn't that interesting? Anyway. whatever. Koruna koribe, sangsara bhashana mor kabe tuchcha habe, bishaya chadiya kabe shuddha habe man, kabe hama herabo Sri Vrindavan, rupa raghunath pade hoibe akuti, kabe hama bhujaba se jugala piriti. When will there be eruptions on my body as soon as I chant the name of Lord Chaitanya? And when will there be incessant torrents of tears as soon as I chant the holy names Hare Krishna? When will Lord Nityānanda be merciful toward me and free me from all desires for material enjoyment? When will my mind be completely free from all contamination of desires for material pleasure? Only at that time will it be possible for me to understand Vrindavan. Only if I become attached to the instructions given by the 6 Goswamis, headed by Rupa Goswami and Raghunath Das Goswami, will it be possible for me to understand the conjugal love of Radha and Krishna. By attachment to the devotional service of Lord Caitanya Mahāprabhu, one immediately comes to the ecstatic position. When he develops his love for Nityānanda Prabhu, he is free from all attachment to the material world. And at that time, he becomes eligible to understand the Lord's pastimes in Vrindavan. In that condition, when one develops his love for the 6 Goswamis, he can understand the conjugal love between Radha and Krishna. These are the different stages of a pure devotee's promotion to conjugal love in the service of Radha and Krishna in an intimate relationship with Sri Caitanya Mahāprabhu. Wow.
Yeah.
So the verse and the early part of the purport was talking about how there's different kinds of devotees. There's the unalloyed devotees, like Srivas Thakur, and then there are the devotees who are the internal devotees, headed by Gadādhara. Yeah. So those who are internal devotees of Lord Chaitanya, they are generally in the mood of conjugal love. And remember, Lord Chaitanya came, we remember from the 4th chapter of Śrī Chaitanya Charitamrita, Lord Chaitanya came for a number of purposes. One was to spread the holy names of the Lord, the chanting, congregational chanting of the holy names of the Lord, Sankirtan, but also his internal purpose, that was external purpose. His internal purpose was to relish the position of devotees, but particularly relish the position of Srimati Radharani, conjugal love. So Lord Chaitanya's devotees who are closest to him, and internal devotees, they're in that rasa. Whereas the devotees of Lord Nityānanda and Advaita Prabhu, they're in the other rasas primarily. Vatsalya rasa, parental love. Shakya rasa, friendship. And you can remember, if you remember, when Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami was at his home, and he had a conflict with his brother who was minimizing Lord Nityānanda, and he chastised his brother. When Lord Nityānanda then appeared to him in a dream and told him, "You now go to Vrindavan because there you will achieve all things." And who was Nityānanda Prabhu? What was his associates there in that dream? Do you remember?
No.
He was surrounded by hundreds and hundreds of cowherd boys. Yeah, so that's consistent with this idea that, Nityānanda Prabhu, and usually you'll find, and we went through the chapter that had the associates of Nityānanda Prabhu, and primarily in Krishna Lila, they were cowherd boys. Not all, but primarily. So that's consistent with what's being said here. by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, and in Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's commentary about this.
I have a question.
Yes.
Hare Krishna. Tapam the obeisances, dear devotees, God Śrīla Prabhupada. Just to clear my mind, does Balaram, the Lord, have gopis that he performs dance with? Doesn't Balaram have gopis?
In Vrindavan, he does, yes.
But in Nityānanda, as Nityānanda, then he's not in that particular rasa of conjugal relationship.
We don't see him. We don't see him display that. When I said Lord Nityānanda, if you look at his associates, there's the branches of Lord Nityānanda. We had a chapter about that in the early parts of Caitanya Charitamrita. Predominantly, they were cowherd boys in Krishna Lila. So Lord Nityānanda certainly has that capacity, but he didn't display it in this Lila with during the Lord Chaitanya's pastimes. Does that make sense?
Yeah, in Gaura Lila.
Yes.
He's out. No, okay.
There may be a few exceptions of those people, but primarily, that's why I said primarily. And Lord Chaitanya, of course, his associates, his internal devotees were primarily in conjugal love. For example, if you know, there were 3.5 especially confidential devotees of Lord Chaitanya, with whom he discussed the very elevated pastimes of Lord Krishna with the gopis. And who were they? Ramananda Roy, Swarup Damodar Goswami, Shikha Mahiti, and Madhavi. And they were all gopis or assistants of gopis, manjaris in Krishna Lila. And Rupa and Raghunath as well. So,
that makes sense.
And why a half? Why does Madhavi, Shikha Mahiti's sister, a half instead of a whole? Is that some kind of
I've heard that before.
Why is that some kind of discrimination against women?
Not really, but there's a reason given. I've just forgot. You have to jog my memory on that one, but I've heard it before.
As far as I know, Srila Prabhupada didn't comment on that. Other devotees within our line have said, although Srila Prabhupada, as far as I know, never commented on this, that it's not because she was anything less. It's like the idea of being a half. You say that the wife is the better half, so there is the wife only a half a person. No, but because her access and her involvement with Lord Chaitanya, because Caitanya Mahāprabhu is a sannyasi, and he was an exemplary sannyasi, she didn't have as open interaction with Lord Chaitanya as the other three. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Just because of the formalities of sannyas. So that's how other devotees within the line of Lord Chaitanya have explained that. Anyway.
Yeah.
Questions, comments? Dear Krishna Prabhu, comment, question. Sarvanga Shundara Prabhu, question, comment. No? Okay. So we're open for discussions here, as you can see. Okay, we'll go to the next verse.
Okay. Well, I'll just make one comment and then go to the next.
Yes, please. We like your comments.
I really appreciate the way you describe the Pancha-tattva, what they represent. I mean, who they represent, not they represent. Actually, we can say what they represent also. The internal Shakti and the full, especially in the case of Shiva's representation. It made it much clearer to me now this time. So I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Okay. This text.
Yan Shabha Lana Prabhur Nitya Vihar. Yan Shabha Lana Prabhura Kirtana Prachar. Yan Shabha Lana Korina Prema Ashwadan. Yan Shabha Lana Dana Kore Prema Dhan. Wow. That's really we talked about the internal devotees and yeah, like that. The internal devotees or potencies are all eternal associates in the pastimes of the Lord. Only with them does the Lord advent to propound the Sankirtan movement. Only with them does the Lord taste the mellow of conjugal love, and only with them does he distribute this love of God to people in general. Purport. Distinguishing between pure devotees and internal or confidential devotees, Srila Rupa Goswami in his book Upadeshamrita traces the following gradual process of development. This is Upadeshamrita text number 10. Out of many thousands of karmis, one is better when he is situated in perfect knowledge. Out of many such learned scholars and philosophers, one who is actually liberated from material bondage is better. And out of many such persons who are actually liberated, one who is a devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is considered to be the best. Among the many such transcendental lovers of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the gopis are the best. And among the gopis, Srimati Radhika is the best. Srimati Radhika is very dear to Lord Krishna, and similarly, her ponds, namely Shyam Kund and Radha Kund, are also very dear to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur comments in his Anubhashya that among the 5 tattvas, 2 are energies, Shakti Tattva, and the 3 others are energetic, Shaktiman Tattva. Unalloyed and internal devotees are both engaged in the favorable culture of Krishna consciousness, untinged by philosophical speculation or fruitive activities. They are all understood to be pure devotees, and those among them who simply engage in conjugal love are called madhurja bhaktas, or internal devotees. The loving services in parental love, fraternity, and servitude are included in conjugal love of God. In conclusion, therefore, every confidential devotee is a pure devotee of the Lord. Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu enjoys his pastimes with his immediate expansion, Nityānanda Prabhu, his pure devotees, and his 3 Purusha incarnations, namely Karanadakshaya Vishnu, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, and Chiradakshaya Vishnu, always accompany the Supreme Lord to propound the Sankirtan movement. Questions, comments, reflections?
The first one that we read, which is I think number 15.
Yeah.
Yeah. When we came to the Gauranga Political Happy, so that was later down, and it was explained. It had quite an effect on me, the translation, because we're not at that level yet. But when that question, when it says, when would I be, totally detached from the material energy? I'm paraphrasing.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that really got me, because that's my prayer. So if it's there, I need to pray Gauranga Bodhisattva practically every day for that one reason.
That is our prayer. Yes.
Yeah, to get away from.
Sometimes we chant, and Hare Krishna is a chant, is a kind of a prayer also, but usually we think of it as the kirtan, just chanting. But part of our tradition is also those prayers. That name of that prayer is Lala Samayi, means it's the intense eagerness to achieve love of God, to achieve, the feet of Lord Chaitanya. So, as Srila Prabhupada was once taking a walk in Prospect Park in Brooklyn, and there was somebody feeding the ducks, and there's many ducks, and there was one who was quacking the loudest, and that duck got the food. So Srila Prabhupada mentioned that one should be very enthusiastic to try to get the mercy of the Lord. Yeah. Gauranga Bolite Habe, please, when will it happen? When? Let us get the mercy of the Lord. So that's an important part of our tradition. There are many Vaishnav bhajans and prayers to invoke and to request the mercy of the Lord. And when I was on Yatra with Vaisheshik Prabhu, one thing I really appreciated in his program was that he included many of the Vaishnav bhajans during the katha and their discussions and their visiting of the holy places. And that was something that was quite more practiced during the time of Prabhupada's personal presence on the earth. Devotees, they chanted many of these Vaishnav bhajans, not instead of Hare Krishna, but in addition to Hare Krishna. And I appreciated that. So this one, Gauranga Bolite Habe, is one that Srila Prabhupada would often chant. And in Mother Jamuna's memories, in that book called A Life of Pure Devotion, she describes how Srila Prabhupada would, when he was staying at Tittenhurst, which was John Lennon's home, when he first went to London, the area of London, Great Britain, she would chant at a certain time these Vaishnav bhajans, and she would stand down, it was on the second floor, and she would be on the first floor, outside the door, listening to them and feeling great happiness to hear Srila Prabhupada chanting these Vaishnav bhajans, including Gauranga Bolite Habe. Thank you.
Yeah.
One question I have here, and maybe dear Krishna Prabhu or you, Parikshit Prabhu, in this last sentence of the second to last paragraph there, the loving services in parental love, fraternity, and servitude are included in conjugal love of God. What do you make of that?
Those who are in conjugal love of God also exhibit these other rasas. That's what it's saying. And I know that there's a part in the scripture that talks about Balaram particularly, how he serves Krishna in all the 5 rasas. And of course, Balaram is a brother, so how is he a parent? Especially that one, Vatsalya. And it was explained that when they go out, the Krishna Balaram Kava boys go out. So the parents are not, Nana Maharaj is not there, Shodama is not there. And so Balaram now plays the role as an elder brother watching out for Krishna, just like parents watch out for their children.
Yes.
So
yes,
that's what came to mind.
Yes, I agree with that. Yeah, that although the primary rasa is more fraternal, when there's an element of parental love there too. So yes, I agree with you. So within conjugal love, the other rasas are there, just like with earth, all the sense objects are present. The sound, touch, smell, taste. What's the other one? Hearing, yeah, sound. I said sound. Sight, yeah. So all the loving services in parental love are all included in conjugal love. Yeah, good. Thank you. Thank you.
Hare
And then
Krishna.
his pure devotees in his three Purusha incarnations, namely Karanadaksha Vishnu, Garbhadaksha Vishnu, and Ksharadaksha Vishnu, always accompany the Supreme Lord to propound the Sankirtan movement. Where was Karanadaksha Vishnu, Garbhadaksha Vishnu, and Ksharadaksha Vishnu? Where?
I don't know. I was just thinking about the fact that he comes to the material world and they are the Vishnus associated with the material world. When I read that, that's exactly what came to my mind. That because that's their domain, that's their activity. They're very much part of, I mean, from the universes coming and then the variations in the universe and then being in the heart of everyone. Those are three Vishnus that exhibit that in the material world.
Yes.
When he comes to the material world. So I made that connection that Lord Caitanya Mahāprabhu coming to Navadvip in the material world.
So I would understand that Karanadaksha Vishnu, that's Mahavishnu, that's Advaita Charya. And Ksharadaksha Vishnu, then Ksharadaksha Vishnu, Lord Chaitanya had, Lord Nityānanda had a son by the name of Virabhadra Goshai, and he was a big acharya after Lord Chaitanya. He was the son of Nityānanda Prabhu's second wife, Vasudha. So, and his Virabhadra, he was an incarnation of Ksharadaksha Vishnu.
Oh.
But Garbhadaksha Vishnu, I'm not sure. I don't know. I have to research that one. Maybe other people know. I don't know. And of course, Lord Chaitanya, everybody is all incarnations are present there, but still, as Lord Chaitanya, still you have to understand that one.
Yeah.
Anyway,
the most common one is Garbhadaksha Vishnu, connected with Advaita Charya, Mahavishnu, everybody.
Yes.
That's been repeated a lot in the Shastras, so that part we know.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
But all these incarnations of God, so many great devotees came just to get us to chant Hare Krishna. Wow. Just to get us to chant, not just us, but everybody to chant Hare Krishna. They came with that purpose. Big. It's not that they didn't have anything else to do. They had plenty to do, but they came just for this purpose, to chant. And I heard the other day that Srila Prabhupada said the purpose of the Hare Krishna movement, is to turn demons into devotees. Yes. Hare Krishna, by chanting the holy names of God.
Hare Krishna.
Can we read one more verse?
Yes. 20 and 21.
Se pancha-tattva mili prithvi ashiya purva premam bhandarera mudra agadhiya ughadiya panche mili lute prema kari ashvadan jata jata piye trishna badhe anukan. Oh, this is a really famous, I think I should just read it because the next devotee who speaks on this will want to speak on this verse because it'll go on forever, this one. The characteristics of Krishna are understood to be a storehouse of transcendental love. Although that storehouse of love certainly came with Krishna when he was present, it was sealed. But when Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu came with his associates of the Pancha-tattva, they broke the seal and plundered the storehouse to taste transcendental love of Krishna. The more they tasted it, the more their thirst for it grew. Oh, I think you've heard that verse before, many of you.
Yeah.
Really, really famous. That I should reserve that for the next devotee because that's several classes in and of itself, that one.
17, 20, 21. Okay. 7.
Thank you. Okay.
Right. Are there any questions?
Questions, comments, observations, reflections?
This is very deep. Damodar, please go ahead and unmute yourself. Sorry.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Prabhupada. All glories to the devotees on the call. Thank you for the class. Thank you for the reminder of Gauranga Bolite Habe. Yeah, I came across this song like maybe 2-3 months ago, around near Gaur Purnima time, like just before that, 3-4, maybe 1 or 2 months before that, and I like from that time it's like one of the favorite songs. Really like the mood of that song. A very humble request. So, it really impresses the mood and how it is asking and begging for the mercy. So,
Yes.
That
Yes.
was from myself. So, and I also beg for your blessings so that I can also continue to serve Prabhupada's mission in a nice way.
Yes, thank you. Lord Chaitanya's blessings. I get little blessings I'll give you. Sure, I have. Yeah. Sometimes, at least, and I know for myself, there's the attitude. One can have an attitude of just following the rules and regulations and doing one's devotional service, kind of in a mechanical way, but the service becomes successful by Krishna's mercy. One can do everything very nicely, but without appreciating and being open for Krishna's mercy to descend, it's won't give you the advancement or the satisfaction or the needs that your needs will not be satisfied. So it's not just by doing various things. Of course, doing various things in devotional service is the process, but still, in order to be successful, we do those things hoping, if just Krishna can just bestow his mercy on me, then I'll be. It's not just by doing these things that I'll be perfect. No, not even close. When he chooses to give me mercy, then because I'm trying hard, then that'll be wonderful. And that these prayers like Gauranga Bolite Habe, they help us to remember that. I agree. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any other questions or comments? This is a
Haha
very
Prabhu Korodoya. Haha Prabhu Korodoya. Please give me your mercy. Haha Prabhu Koro, please give me your mercy. Oh, my spiritual master. Yeah.
Can I ask a question? I mean, I could write to you about it, but because it's outside this.
That's okay. That's okay. We got a couple of minutes.
So in Caitanya, the Shishakstaka.
Yeah.
Then Trinada Pisini Chena, then Taro Api Sahishnuna. Before that, it was Trinada Pisini Chena, Taro Eva Sahishnuna. So Api and Eva. Can you comment on that? I did the same word. I don't understand why we started talking about Taro Api Sahishnuna, and then we were told that we should chant Taro Eva Sahishnuna.
Oh, I don't know who told you.
Well, in Gitanagri it was changed, and no
explanation
was given,
I don't know.
I never asked why.
I still say Taro P. I still say. So I don't know. I have to investigate that. That's a good point. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if the meaning is exactly the same. I'm not a Sanskrit scholar. Yeah, let me research that. Thanks.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, at that time I was the one that was I was more involved. Part of my services was also to get copies of these prayers printed out so devotees can read it right after we finish the Mangalati. Yeah, so they came to me specifically and said, change it to Taro Eva Sahishnuna. So I had to change the whole thing. Okay. And I never asked why. Anyway, okay. Yeah, it would be nice if you could find something about it.
Sure. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Any other questions? Final questions? We are at 9 o'clock now, but final questions or comments? If not, then thank you, Prabhu, very much. This was Very nice class, and personally, it was an eye-opener too for me, going to Gauranga Bodhitahabe and the feelings that came with it, even just reading the translations. So thank you, devotees, for coming on, and have a wonderful Krishna conscious day. Now, for our yatra this evening, please try to get to the temple in time. We're having His Holiness Bhakti Swami come to us this evening for a program. He's coming through, so yeah.
Is he walking or taking a vehicle?
I think this time it's transportation.
Okay.
No, it's not. Yeah, he's coming down. This is not his part of the walking. For those of you who don't know, he's called a walking monk. He's walked across Canada. He's walked in parts of in the United States. So you will really, really like his company. Please come, and as we are stressing, be on time. Be on time. The program starts at 6. Be there before 6. And you really, we'll save a few things about his nature. I'll just give you one hint. He has a degree in theater arts, acting. So you can imagine the kind of Swami that he is. You just come and you would have a very wonderful night, I'm hoping. Hare Krishna. All right. Thank you, Prabhu, very mumuch for wonderful class.
Give my respects to Bhakti Mark Swami. Thank you.
Certainly will. I certainly will. Okay. Hare Krishna. Jai. Have a wonderful day, dear devotees. Hare Krishna. And Hare Krishna, Prabhu Mataji. Jai.